Hi, I'm Irving. Welcome to Captain Marvel.
And now back to Shazam!
We begin with a nice fishing gag featuring Billy and Mentor that I suggest you watch. It'll give you a good chuckle. From there, we move to two high school kids in a convertible and a girl on a horse.
Hey, isn't that Kelly? Sure looks like her. Old girl wonder herself. Hey, let's have some laughs.
Let's send her horse charging out of control and see if he'll kill her. Laughs! Billy and Mentor see the situation.
Shazam!
Captain Marvel rescues Kelly while the horse runs home. Mentor pulls up in the motorhome.
My friends would be glad to give you a ride.
That'd be super. Thanks, Captain Marvel.
Speaking of which, how does he change back to Billy? Okay then.
Did you win all these track awards?
Uh-huh, but always in girls' competition. This year I'm going out for the varsity track team.
Well, isn't the varsity team strictly for boys?
My dad says if anyone's good enough, they should have the right to compete, whether they're a boy or a girl.
I wonder what this week's lesson is.
Your dad's right.
Tell that to the boys. They'd stop at nothing to keep me off the team.
Don't you think you're exaggerating a little, Kelly?
Not hardly. Those two guys who spooked Cherokee are on the team.
She heads off to school just as the elders call.
You are fortunate, Billy, but there are those who are not allowed to do their best.
I'm not sure I understand, Solomon.
Remember the conversation you just had, Billy?
Bear in mind that even when change is right and just, there are those who, through their attitudes, resist it.
And by helping one person affect change, you could be helping many people.
The task then is to get enough people to change their minds that Kelly is allowed to compete on the varsity team.
Attitudes and change. What can it mean?
I'm sure you'll understand when the time is right.
Sometimes I think Billy is a little thick. Wonder of wonders, he figures out that it probably has something to do with Kelly, so they head out to watch her afternoon practice.
Oh, you must be Billy and Mentor. Kelly told me about how you helped her this morning. Yeah, right. It seems like a couple of guys are trying to keep her off the team. Oh, yeah. Those two running behind her over there.
Does the coach know what they're doing?
Oh, he's talked to him about it, but they just deny everything.
I wonder why women don't report attacks more often.
Hey, Kelly, haven't you heard of women's places in the home? Yeah. Still think you can make the team, Wonder Girl?
Sure. Look at my competition.
Hey, well, let me tell you something, Chickie. This is a boys' team, so you can just forget it. Hey, what'd you have to do that for? She needed it.
Where are the coaches? Why isn't somebody watching these guys and seeing moves like that? Billy tries to talk to the boys with predictable results. We still never see a coach. Later, Kelly's getting ready to go home.
Kelly, there's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Gee, Mrs. McGill, it sounds serious.
It's about your future.
Oh?
I know running means a lot to you, but I think you have to decide whether to be a student or an athlete. Don't forget, you have an excellent chance of getting a college scholarship. I'm wondering if it wouldn't be better for you to pursue something less time-consuming and more ladylike.
Those boys aren't the only ones stuck in the 19th century.
Man, a college scholarship. I'd be happy just to pass tomorrow's exam.
Bob, old buddy, we're going to pass tomorrow's exam, and we're going to keep Kelly off the team at the same time.
He's gotten some exam answers and plans to plant them in Kelly's locker.
Hey, what are you guys doing in there? Don't get so shook, Tom. We're just taking a shortcut.
Okay, you saw boys coming out of the girls' locker room. That's got to be an infraction. Report it.
Tommy, have you seen Kelly?
Oh, yes, ma'am. She just signed in. Something wrong?
Yes, Tommy. Something's very wrong.
Tell her what you saw.
I tell you, Mrs. McGill, I don't know anything about it.
I want to believe you, Kelly.
My butt you want to believe her. You're enjoying this because it means she has to be more ladylike. You're getting what you want and it doesn't matter how devastated she is.
But these test answers were found in your locker.
And you think I did it?
I don't know what to think anymore, Kelly. There'll be an investigation tomorrow. In the meantime, however, she's automatically suspended. Those are the rules.
Suspended?
I'm afraid you won't be able to run in the tryouts today.
Okay, Tommy, you're standing right there. Tell them what you saw.
But
Or not. Billy and Mentor have a fair idea who did this, but without some kind of evidence, like, oh, I don't know, an eyewitness, they can't do anything.
I just can't believe she'd do a thing like that.
Oh, I feel the same, Tommy. But it's hard to ignore the fact that these were found in her locker.
Well, perhaps someone else put them there.
Jack and Bob. I caught them coming out of the girls' locker room yesterday.
That's why you report things like that when they happen. You're a dumb teenager and you'll forget it at a crucial moment until somebody shoves it in your face. He's furious and goes to confront them.
You know Kelly's been suspended. Really? What for? For something I don't think she did.
These test answers were found in her locker. Now she's not only lost her chance to make the track team, but she's in danger of losing her scholarship.
I don't think they expected repercussions that would reach that far. They potentially ruined her life.
I wouldn't want that on my conscience.
Well, I hope you clear this thing up. Come on, Bob, let's go.
Hold it, Jack. We planted those answers in Kelly's locker.
Jack tries to argue, but it's over. They're both suspended and won't be competing. Now we need to find Kelly and get her back here in time for the tryouts. Do your thing, Billy. And there's a big problem.
Holy moly. Kelly doesn't see that tractor.
What's going on here? Hey, what are you doing?
Why didn't he just push it off the road? And it's handy that she looked up just in time to duck under it. As always, we let that stuff pass. He carefully sets it down and checks on Kelly.
Bob and Jack admitted to putting those test answers in your locker.
they did?
Hey, you'd better hustle if you want to make those tryouts on time.
I don't know how to thank you, Captain Marvel.
You can get your butt moving to the tryouts.
In lane 1, John Prescott. In lane 2, Jim Whitesides. In lane 3, Kelly Owens. In lane 4, Mark Manning. On your marks.
Lane 5? There's a fifth person out there. What is he, the pace car?
I'm very proud of Kelly. You know, she stuck to her guns and won her opportunity to try. And that's a sign of a real lady.
And of course, Kelly made the team. Or she didn't. We don't find out. That's not the point. The point is she won the chance to try. She brought about a very needed change and broke down a barrier. It doesn't matter what the outcome of the race was, she already won. And I like that our writers respect their audience enough not to feel like they have to make a happily ever after ending. They can leave it hanging and the kids will understand. Or if they don't understand, they'll talk to each other and their parents and figure it out. The show doesn't talk down to the kids, either in the story or the dialogue. We're mixing our stories up pretty well, too. We just came off a 2-part suspense thriller about drug dealing, and we go from that to high school sports. We don't stay light, we don't stay dark. I do find it curious that whenever we have what you could call villains, there's always one hard-nosed and one who's not so sure but goes along because that's what he does. Then again, that's probably not too far from the common reality. You don't usually see two alphas together because sooner or later they'll end up eating each other. And that's way too much for a kid's show. I'll see you next time on Captain Marvel.